Colonel Davis, a high-ranking official of the U.S. Marine Corps, with a heavy sigh, began to recount a harrowing tale that happened in Iraq that had been buried deep within the annals of his military career. A story that had haunted him for years. But what was the story? And why was it so dreadful that it haunted him yet? It began during the tumultuous days of the U.S. occupation of Iraq. A squad of Marines, known for their discipline and unbreakable resolve, was assigned to a routine patrol in an area notorious for its hostile activity. It was rumored that the desolate landscape concealed the remains of both locals and military personnel who had vanished without a trace. In this video, you'll discover a hidden world that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Don't miss this spine-tingling expose that will make you question every shadow. As the sun began to set, casting an orange hue over the barren landscape, the squad inadvertently stumbled upon a forsaken place that seemed to radiate an aura of death and despair. A sudden gust of wind carried a faint plume of smoke towards them, its ominous presence sparking a sense of foreboding in the hearts of the Marines. Their instincts screaming at them to retreat, the squad nevertheless pressed forward, drawn towards the source of the smoke by a grim determination to uncover the truth. As they cautiously approached the site, the full horror of the situation revealed itself. A gruesome scene of charred flesh and scorched earth awaited them. The sickening smell of burnt human remains filled their nostrils, and they fought to maintain their composure as the weight of the discovery settled over them like a shroud. Upon closer inspection, the Marines discovered two burnt American bodies, their faces twisted in an expression of eternal torment. The dog tags, half melted and barely recognizable, confirmed their worst fears. These were their missing comrades. A chilling realization settled over the squad, and they knew they had uncovered the final resting place of their fallen brothers in arms. The squad leader, Sergeant Thompson, was a seasoned Marine with a strong sense of duty, and he knew they couldn't simply walk away from the carnage. The chilling discovery had to be reported, yet he couldn't bear the thought of the families learning about the gruesome fate that had befallen their loved ones. The raw, visceral images of the scene threatened to consume him, and the burden of responsibility weighed heavily on his shoulders. As night fell and the desert winds began to howl, Sergeant Thompson made the agonizing decision to keep the horrifying discovery a secret. Under the cover of darkness, the squad silently and reverently buried the bodies beneath the sands of the Iraqi desert, their existence erased from official records as if they had never been found. But the real story begins with a team of forensic experts dispatched to examine an unexplained phenomenon in this arid wasteland. As the team arrived at the scene, they found a third body approximately 30 feet from the burnt body sprawled across the desert floor. This one, however, was unlike anything they'd ever seen. It measured an astounding 7 feet in length, with limbs that appeared to be unnaturally elongated. At first glance, it seemed as though the limbs had been stretched beyond the limits of human biology. Upon closer inspection, the team realized that each of the limbs was of equal length, as if they belonged to a single monstrous entity. The corpse's face was twisted in a grotesque expression of agony, and the skin appeared to have a strange otherworldly texture. As the investigators scrambled to understand the horrifying implications of their discovery, fear and confusion engulfed the team. The questions piled up. What had happened to these unfortunate souls? Were these bizarre events the result of some secret experiment gone awry, or was there something far more sinister at play? Years later, Colonel Davis's voice trembled as he recounted the tragic tale, the memory still haunting him like a malevolent specter. The horrors that the squad had witnessed that day remained a closely guarded secret, buried deep within the sands of Iraq and the hearts of the men who had stumbled upon them. The unbearable weight of the truth weighed heavily on their souls, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks in the shadows of war and the heavy price that must be paid for the secrets that are kept. So, thrill seekers, that's all for today. We hope you liked our video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more incredible videos.